Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Professor Lady. I am returning to provide some updates, some drone updates, and recommend some additional UAP related psionics, non-human intelligence, UAP disclosure news interviews. So, the drone mystery apparently continues. The drones are still being sighted in different parts of the country, including New Jersey. Now, I'm not clear if the sightings in New Jersey have decreased to a certain extent. I would say yes, based on what I'm seeing on social media. In terms of less reporting, maybe, but maybe people are just getting used to it. I'm not sure. First of all, anyway, I want to recommend a podcast called Obscurum. This is about the drone sightings in about 2020 in the West, in Colorado, in Nebraska, Kansas, but mainly it's about the Colorado sightings, I would say. And it is a great podcast. They talk about how the mystery unfolded out there. And he interviews various players in the local government, people who own drone companies, and the way it's presented, it's kind of it really captures your attention because it builds the tension and where is this going exactly. And it seems that out there during this time there were no firm answers, just like New Jersey. And I'm just going to highlight one particular episode where this person and his sister, who were investigating the drones, going to the places where they were being seen, to watch them, to study them, he had a brain tumor. And he reports that one of the drones came very close to him. His sister's a nurse. The brain tumor mysteriously disappeared. After that, we've heard about healings and different things with UAP. So I found this very interesting. The nurse said there's no rhyme or reason to why this tumor should have disappeared like this. He was on a bad path. He did not have much time left. Can you connect it to the drone coming so close to him? I think he said within 10 feet or something. I don't know. You have to listen to all of these things and make your own conclusions. But it was a great episode. So check that out, Obscurum. It's on all the different podcasting sites. And any interviews with Jake Barber and Ross Coulthart's commentary and interviews, I continue to recommend those for updates on the drone situation. I'll give you some highlights. Jake Barber was on Jesse Michaels a couple of months ago. And he said that Skywatcher, his company that is his startup, his venture, whatever, that is investigating UAP through psionics and sophisticated equipment, tracking their movement into the atmosphere through machinery, but also the naked eye. So they have some videos. I'll get to that in a little bit. But about the drones. So apparently he and his company Skywatcher did investigate the drone situation in New Jersey. And he said they did identify drone-like objects hovering over Picatinny in Arsenal in New Jersey for over 5 hours. Now, he couldn't tell if they were just arriving or were always there turning their lights on and off. It was hard to tell. What was interesting was that area was restricted to drone traffic at that time. So this was, I believe, November, he said, that he was investigating. November or December. So again, it's as if military authorities were expecting this incursion of drones because it had happened and over other areas, Virginia, Langley, right, and other military installations in the past. So, as if expecting this to happen, drone flights were restricted over Picatinny, but still, they were there. Why was the military expecting them again in November, December? Because there was this pattern of these drone incursions in the past 2 years in November. Makes me wonder, will it happen again this coming November? Will be fascinating. They were expecting the incursions over military sites, but as we know, the drones went over northern New Jersey, all of New Jersey, and spread out from there, and now are being seen all over the country. So they visit at the holidays to bring their holiday cheer. It is expected at this point. All right, let's see what happens in November. Importantly, Jake Barber, he said he believes they are anomalous. Now, when this all started happening, I was on the New Jersey Mystery Drone site, social media, Facebook, giving my opinion that I thought it was NHI anomalous, which was kind of, I would say, the minority opinion at the time. And I'm fascinated by these very well-informed figures coming forward at this time saying, yeah, we think this is anomalous. It just doesn't add up. This is not, Jake Barber assured it was not loose nukes, as he called it, because there's a certain department, a certain team that goes out when something like that is happening. And Ryan Graves had said that too. We know who is deployed, who goes out when there's loose nukes problem, and they were not dispatched. It's not that. And China, Russia, Iran, a foreign adversary to have these drones? Probably not. He said it is, the waters were muddied because they did see a lot of conventional drones when they were investigating in this in New Jersey. But the ones over Picatinny, no. They were not conventional drones. They were not hobbyists. And he was also, Skywatcher was also investigating conventional UAP. So not looking at the drone mystery per se, south of Picatinny, and they were picking up UAP as Skywatcher is set up to do. So they recorded that evidence of that. But that means a lot to me for him to say that he believes the drones, many of the drones still being seen, are anomalous. They're not exhibiting the characteristics of a typical man-made drone, and why would the military not be able to discern what they are and take care of them? And then this has been said in the past as well. And Jake Barber's quotes, they're always so fun. The mystery is the mystery. If this was explainable, man-made, there wouldn't be a continuing mystery, right? Trump said FAA approved research. It just doesn't add up. He also does not believe it's like this Project Blue Beam or false flag or PSYOP or anything like that. All right, so the next person who more recently, we're talking last week, who believes they're anomalous is Russ Coulthart, who has been at the forefront of UAP disclosure, the drone situation. You all know about probably Russ Coulthart on News Nation, his reporting, his connections, he gets information from sources that he doesn't even talk about, he doesn't disclose. His conclusion now is they are anomalous. He is talking to his best sources. They don't know what they are, including the FBI and the three-letter agencies. He has the best contacts on this subject. He said they are morphing. they seem to be holograms. Um, One example he gave was the sighting of a drone that looked like cockpits, two cockpits morphed together in this bizarre configuration where it's like something is glitching. Why do you have two cockpits merged? It's like the hologram, the projection is not working exactly the way intended for human beings to say. That is a, that looks like an airplane, that looks like a helicopter, that looks like a drone, right? And that's what he feels like. These are projections, and they're being made to look like man-made objects that we have in our skies. But then there's these mistakes, and they also, um the orbs, the situation with the orbs becoming the drones, he believes it's anomalous.